What is up, guys? Jake from One Hive here with the update video. Probably by the time you're watching this, the update will be live. Should be out sometime tonight, so you'll be watching this in the morning. I think I've got all the pertinent information at this point. The sneak peeks are over. I did watch Chief Pat's video, and he sort of had some stuff that wasn't even in the sneak peek. So I think all the biggies are out there, so we can go ahead and talk about them at this point, even though I haven't actually seen the update. First thing is spells, lightning spell. You know, at Town Hall 10, what they're showing, a max lightning spell is taking out 2 lightnings and an earthquake spell, or taking out a maxed air defense. I can only assume that the same would be true for Town Hall 9, that 2 of our, now we're getting level 6, 2 of those in a max earthquake would take out a air defense maxed out at Town Hall 9. I think this could have pretty large impacts on both of those attack styles going in, because at Town Hall 10, if you can focus maybe your kill squad more on a particular air defense and then that inferno tower, that all-important inferno tower, and take out one of the maybe harder to get to air defenses with your 2 lightning and EQ spell, that still leaves you with 3 spells, maybe a jump spell and a couple of rages or whatever you need, or a jump spell and a freeze maybe for the other air defense, other Inferno Tower. I think you're going to see this used some at Town Hall 10, and I think at Town Hall 9, it's going to be even more overpowered. If you can take out you take out an air defense with the spell method, 2 lightnings and an earthquake spell, then you can come in with just a cold-blooded, grab the queen and another air defense. It's GG. I mean, you've got room for 4 lava hounds if you want to, or just bring the 3 with plenty of cleanup troops of your own. This could make it, they could screw this up so badly that every single Town Hall 9, regardless of the design, could be killed with this method. Taking out 1 air defense that's hard to get to with a 2 lightning and an earthquake, and then coming at the queen, the CC troops, all of that with your kill squad and grabbing a 2nd air defense. All you've got is 2 left. You've got plenty of troop space at this point. I mean, with 2 spells, I think it could be a mistake. I don't know. It's hard to say. We don't even know if it's true that level 6 is going to do that. But if so, I think you're going to see the return of La Lune. We'll see. Or overtake Hogs like it did at one point in the game. Moving on, poison spell. This is this is interesting because it's probably OP as well. You know, this is going to kill max balloons. This is going to kill I think it will almost kill a dragon. It's going to, in my opinion, change the way things are done, depending on what's in the CC. If you have a bunch of balloons in there, whatever, I don't think people will drop it right on, do the no lure attack. I think what you'll see is people not doing a traditional lure where you drag them to the corner, but just getting them out of the CC, because there should be pretty much grouped up. It'll take a little technique to that, but if you can get them out of the CC and grouped up, you can just drop that poison on there, and it really doesn't matter what they have in the CC. If you just give it a few moments, and it's worth that amount of time, they're going to be gone as well. So another possible screw-up. I'm speculating here. We haven't seen it in action, but I think you might see this is overpowered. This is something that they're going to have to throttle back, because all you got to do is get that CC emptied out, let your troops die, whatever did the lure, drop that poison, give it. What I saw in the videos, it didn't take long, guys. I mean, 5-6 seconds that you're using of your attack to completely eliminate the troops once they're out. That's not much, and your troops normally spend much more time than that on the CC troops, regardless of whether you lure them or just do a non-lure attack. Just taking them out takes more time than that. So again, who knows? I think it could be a mistake, but we'll see. It's too early to talk on that. The EQ spell, they did make some changes to it, but it's basically the same thing, guys. The first spell is going to do like 25% of surrounding buildings. It still takes 4 max spells to take out any level walls. I'm sure that now there is going to be a reason to upgrade your earthquake spells. Probably at lower levels, it's going to take more than 4 to take out walls, but people will just start upgrading their EQ spells. Not that big a deal. Freeze had a nice, interesting change, which is that now it can freeze air troops. Probably not anything that anyone will concern themselves with. You don't see people trying to freeze a lot of CC troops, maybe on some 2-star attacks, but on 3-star attacks, you're not using your freezes like that. Your freezes are anyone you bring are strictly for Inferno Towers. And usually you're not into the Inferno Towers by the time the CC troops are out, so I don't see that being a big deal. One thing that I think was one of the 2 best things in this update was the tiebreaker. Now, if you are in a war and it's a tie, it goes to like they had in their little their tournaments or what live tournaments, to where the percent damage, total destruction, is the tiebreaker. So no more ties. That's a good thing. I don't care what the tiebreaker method is. This is good. I don't know what the higher level modding clans will do when they have 100 versus hundreds. I guess that's still a tie, but I guess that's their problem. This doesn't affect most clans, honestly. Like us, we've done 235, going on 236 wars. We've had 4 ties. Now, I think on smaller clans, you're going to see this a lot more. So, 10 versus 10, 15 versus 15, a lot more ties. But in a larger clan like ours, 30, 40, you're not going to, it just doesn't happen that often. Let's see, what else is in there? Some kind of new tab in the war screen that shows different information. No one's seen it yet, so hopefully it'll be a nice little, just visual thing to help organize your war attacks and stuff. A new wall color at maxed walls, level 11 walls, which I think is good. I mean, in my opinion, they look a lot better than the zap walls. I was never a fan of the zap walls. It just looked completely out of place. So I think that's a good thing. And I also think it's an indication that they're moving towards Town Hall 11. I just believe it. I think that for them to sort of sync up this and do that, they're preparing for something else. They're preparing for another one. That's just my opinion. I think ClashCon announces Town Hall 11. Could be wrong, but that's my opinion. Also, you get 25 more walls at Town Hall 10, Town Hall 10, which is another reason I think they're prepping for Town Hall 11. This has been out a long time like this. There's really no reason to add 25 walls at this point unless you're prepping for something like that, which would make bases at Town Hall 10 a little more compartmentalized, which will make 2-star attacks harder, maybe 3-star attacks harder as well, because you'll have to, might have to bring more jump spells, might have to bring more wall breakers, whatever, to get in there. It will be interesting how base design changes with those extra 25 walls. I know there's a lot of guys out there that are cringing because they got to grind those walls up. 25 walls up to, lava or zap walls is no easy task, so it's going to take a little while to get those caught up. The last thing, and probably probably actually more so than a tiebreaker, my favorite thing in this update was not a sneak peek, was not released anymore, anywhere, but I caught it on the Chief Pat video. The AI on your troops attacking defending troops is sort of making a move back to where we had it. He's assured us it was not like as drastic as it was before. They'd run halfway across the map chasing a skeleton or something. But we all know how crappy it is when your queen's standing there shooting at something and there's troops right beside her and she just won't target them. Hopefully, this is going to fix that and make a little more sense to where, when those defending troops come out and they're in range, your attacking troops are going to target them. That will save a lot of frustration on a lot of attacks for a lot of people. I think it's one of the things that I have disliked the most since that update come out. It's really crazy how hard it is to get your queen, especially, to lock onto defending troops. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's the high notes. That's my thoughts. I told y'all I did not think this would be a big update, and it clearly is not. It's just a few tweaks preparing for the big update in ClashCon, which who knows what that'll be. But hopefully, it's something for us war guys. All this is focused around war. You got to hope that we get the love this time, which I am still holding out hope for. Hope you guys liked it. Until next time, Jake from One Hive, reminding you guys to suck less.